Hello everybody, and welcome back to another chapter of Tyrion, Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. On the last episode, we figured out who framed Wallace. There's that professor guy. It's been a few days since I last recorded. So I completely forget the victim's name, but may she rest in peace, or not, I don't really care. But we found out at the end of the last episode that apparently the creepy girl, who's clearly behind everything, was actually a little bit behind everything. It seems to have mind controlled the headmaster of Wallace's school to commit murder, and has not apparently won her first time, because she's like the demon lord from the sixth circle of hell, something like that. I forget her exact wording, but it was something spooky. But I guess with that we should go to case 3, the origins of Horus, which now that I think about it, I'm starting to wonder if maybe the Horus powers are so weird because they come from like a far off land, because like clearly like far off lands have been like a pretty like established thing, you know, like there's our little kingdom where you can't leave or exit, or you can't enter or leave, or maybe you can enter. I don't actually know. I don't really know, but since Horus is like an Egyptian god, maybe your magic is from like a far off kingdom, because not too many other Egyptian references in the game so far. So there's just that theory out of the way. I wonder, I guess these are each going to be the people we're defending in each case, maybe? Because we got Wallace and we got Celeste, who have both been the defendants. So maybe it'll be true for this old guy. With great beard, by the way. Solid 10 out of 10, but I guess we'll see what is up. Great Cuthbert. I was sad to select Tyrion's dad. I'm sorry, Tyrion. There were so many things that I wanted to tell you. So many that I just wanted to show you. But I'm afraid that I can't do that now. I need you to be strong now. This world is bleak, merciless, and unforgiving. But I've seen you. I know how bright the light within you is. Use my eyes. Peer beyond the divine gate as I once did. Use it to reclaim the future. Yo! We're gonna reclaim the future? That's so cool. I've always wanted to reclaim a future. The progenitor of Horus. Completely and utterly preposterous. Holy sh... There's something wrong, Lord Von Sanctus. You filthy rat! You cheated, didn't you? That's right! You're just a cheat! A cheat and a charlatan! Dude, your nose could cut. Do you have any evidence to prove that ridiculous claim? I mastered chess before you could crawl out of whatever rat hole you came from. Do you honestly expect anyone to believe that you could defeat me? Honestly, I'm just as disappointed as you are. I was expecting more of a challenge from House Von Sanctus. But I suppose all the gold in the world can't buy you a modicum of skill. You little upstart, I'll... Von Sanctus' acquaintance clears his throat and gestures subtly to the crowd of spectators. Everyone's attention is on him. You can see the crowd muttering amongst themselves. His undignified behavior probably isn't doing any favors for his public image. Realizing himself, he tries to regain his composure. It's preposterous. It's preposterous. He walks away, muttering the words preposterous under his breath a few more times. Classic Britain behavior. Who's this guy? This little aviator-looking fella. Looks like he's trying to reassure himself more than anyone else. So, that was something. I knew he'd get angry, but I didn't expect him to make a scene like that. Well, you did insult him. Not to say that he didn't deserve it. Come on, I love seeing these conceited nobles lose their minds when I beat them. It's half the fun of playing these tournaments. Wow, where's this conference when we're in the courthouse? That's... Court cases are different. I have to deal with real-world elements during a trial, and that includes Prosecutor Steelwind. Prosecutor Steelwind, huh? I wonder if she plays chess. Now there's a thought. You wonder if she'd be willing to play against you sometime. She can't be any worse than these pampered nobles. Anyways, we should celebrate somewhere in town. Even if he was a pushover, you'd just be one of the top-ranked chess players in the kingdom. Oh. To be honest, you had your reservations about returning to the city of Ornox. If you weren't facing one of the 4 pillars, you would have never come back here. You'd rather leave the city as soon as possible. I saw a cafe while we were walking around. The food smelled great. I'd really like to go there. We could always go to one of those cafes in the capital. There are plenty of places to choose from there. Trust me, when I've traveled around the world, there's nothing better than food from a thriving port city. Alright, I suppose there's no harm in staying a little longer. She does have a point. The city streets seem livelier than when you last saw them. You see a lot of businesses that weren't here before. They all seem to be very well off. Despite being a port city, AotA used to look like a ghost town. Has the local nobility been investing in the city? You find that possibility very hard to believe. You arrive at the cafe that Celeste told you about. As you enter, you're struck by a powerful aroma of freshly baked pastries and coffee. The scent of the baked goods swirls around you. Take a moment to inhale the enticing smells. You have to admit, it's making you pretty hungry. So, you seek to enter the domain of the Deathbringer songstress. Well, if glory is what you seek, then look no further. For you stand before it's really hard to do it. Mosorika Tudor, Dark Lord of the AotA. As you head further in the cafe, you're approached by a familiar face. You're 20? But you're so tiny. Alright, she's got a name, she'll probably do an actual voice. She's a woman, like, start doing feminine voices. Rika, is that you? It appears that my reputation precedes me. That's just Celeste. But a little better. I should do that more for Celeste. Okay, let me. No, you can't do that bit. It's a dumb bit. It's a bad bit. I know it's a bad bit. It appears that my reputation precedes me. How good of you to... Wait, you're Tyrion? You're back! I'll get the hang of it. Hello? Why didn't you tell anyone that you were back in town? Do you have any idea how worried we've all been? Do you two know each other? Right. Celeste, this is Mosorika Tudor. I was friends with her when I lived here many years ago. Wait, you used to live here? Yeah. AotA is actually the town I grew up in. What? But you were in such a hurry to leave before. You came here to eat, right? If you're still hungry, I can bring you some of our best dishes on the house. No, I couldn't possibly... Come on, don't be like that. It's been years since I've seen you. And you know how good my food is. Okay, but only for a little while. Because it's a table for the three of you and calls over waiter. I still find it funny how deep I've made this 20-year-old's voice is. The main guy, Theodore, whatever. And place the orders. Now, tell me everything. I want to know all about what you've been doing since you left. Alright. Let's talk about Celeste. So, are you going to introduce us? Right. This is Celeste McCoy. She's my bodyguard. Bodyguard? And Celeste, this is... as if I need such introductions. I am Rosarica Tudor, Dark Lord of AotA, High Archmagi of the Cadmium Flames, and I'm the proud proprietor of this cafe. Good lord, what a sentence. Oh my god, my tongue has been put to work. Oh, okay. I was friends with her when I used to live here. She's a little eccentric, but she's a good person at heart. Hey! She's also a common folk mage like you. Huh, so you've come from the same humble beginnings that I do. How hard is evocation? Gee howdy, I wonder who's we're gonna have to defend this time. I thought it was gonna be the old man, but I guess I was wrong, because it's so clearly you. Unless you did the murder, but... yeah, you totally did the murder. I'm calling it now. You haven't even done it yet. But evocation magic, that is gonna come in handy later. Which spells have you mastered? I haven't really mastered any of them. I know about 7 spells, though. 7? That's almost 4 times the amount that I know. She's learned even more spells? She's been picking them up rather quickly. I've been usurped. Alright. Let's talk about me, my favorite subject. Look at you, Mr. Big Shot. You're wearing a suit now. You even have yourself a bodyguard. Did you get some office job in the big city? Something like that. I'm a defense attorney now. A defense attorney? I see. Is that why you left town with that scary lady? Scary lady? Are you talking about Ruby? Miss Tamora adopted me when my mother passed away several years ago. After that, she began training me to become an attorney like her. Wait, you've been studying to be an attorney since you were a kid? Well, I guess that explains why you're so young for a lawyer. Said the 19-year-old mercenary. Yeah, I guess you got me there. Alright, let's talk about you. Are you the owner of this cafe, Bika? You always spoke about opening one when we were kids. Yep, and it's all thanks to the Dracogan Trading Company. The company's owner invested in my business idea after trying my food. Because of him, I was able to open up here, just like I've always dreamed. Dracogan Trading Company? I don't think I've heard of them. They're pretty small right now, and they're only operating in AotA. But I hear that they're planning to expand their operations throughout Wyvengard. Gee, I wonder if they're gonna have anything to do with the murder. I mean, what murder? But I would have thought that Lord Von Sanctus would have weeded out any competition. After all, he owns one of the largest businesses in the kingdom. Lord Von Sanctus, isn't he that pompous noble that I beat in the chess tournament this morning? Wait, that was you? I didn't even know he was a businessman. Von Sanctus Industries invented those arcane constructs that we saw at the Imperial Academy. How do you not know about these things? You practically fight against nobles for a living. Maybe you should start reading more about the national politics. Alright, let's talk about the city more. Is it just me, or does the city look less depressing than full? Oh, right. You left the city before the new merchants appeared. New merchants? Like from the Merchants Guild? Yeah. The Dracogan Trading Company was one of the first ones. Sorry, I had a burp for some reason. They started operating here and bought the Arcane Refinery a few years ago. After that, merchants from all over Wyvengard started coming here. Well, being based in a port city would definitely give them an edge. And their presence has really helped the city's economy. They aren't owned by the nobility, and they pay their employees a lot more than Von Sanctus does. It's really improved the quality of life for the people here. Doing all these big fancy words, so much my little soul. I doubt Von Sanctus appreciates the competition, though. There's even talks of forming employee-run unions. Oh, Von Sanctus definitely won't appreciate that. Politics! So, you still playing chess? Yeah, I'm nationally ranked, too. I heard that an upstart commoner defeated Lord Von Sanctus at a tournament this morning. But I had no idea they were talking about you. Upstart commoner? The name suits you, Tyrion. The name suits you, Tyrion. Hey. Oh god, Hey, do you still do that thing when you play? No. What thing? Nothing. She's not talking about anything. Wait, you're actually embarrassed about it? When we were kids, you did even more than I did. What? What did he used to do? Why don't you show her, Tyrion? I'd rather not. Come on, show us, Tyrion. Nothing. Good movie. I think I'm a little too old for this. You're never too old to tap into your inner Chuni. I'm not gonna pretend I know what that means. Inner child, I guess. I don't know why I should just say that. Do it, Tyrion. Yeah, do it. The two of them begin chanting, trying to pressure you. It draws the attention of the other patrons in the cafe. They don't seem to care about the confused looks that they're getting. It seems that you don't have a choice. You take in a deep breath. Those who stand in the shadows, those who fear the light of divinity. Your Imperials will fall and your armies will perish. Kneel and cower before the divine gaze of the Eye of Horus. Too much? Oh shit, it was too much, wasn't it? Oh well. Guess I'm off to find another bodyguard. They're trying their hardest to contain their laughter. Well, that's why I don't do it anymore. Oh, that was great. It was really cool, Tyrion. Her poorly contained laughs are coming out between each word. And why are you laughing? You were just doing it a moment ago. Yeah, but she owns it. Ugh. You used to say something else before, too. They won't let anyone stand in my way, even if they're man, king, or god? Yeah, that's it. He still says that sometimes. Oh, looks like our order is here. The waiter brings in the lunch special for each of you. The enticing aroma of the meals makes you salivate a little. You gladly devour the meal. Rika's cooking is just as delicious as you remembered. Spend some more time catching up with her while you finish your meal. As her conversation continues, you and Celeste regale her with stories of your past court cases. No, really? Yep, it turned out that it was the headmaster the entire time. Wow, I would have never figured that out. How did you know, Tyrion? Maybe he saw it with his Eye of Horus. You nearly choke on your drink before you realize what she's actually referring to. Oh wow, I can't believe it. I never thought court cases could be that dramatic. You finish your meal as you continue to tell Rika more about your cases. It's nice being able to talk with her again. You tried so hard to leave everything behind after what happened. But you're happy that she seems to be doing well. Well, it's been nice catching up with you, Rika. But I think it's time for us to get going. What? But we just got here! It's okay. I'm sure you're pretty busy nowadays. I won't keep you any longer. But be sure to write, okay? Don't just go and disappear like last time. Yeah, I'll stay in touch. You'd better. Can't fuck with her, she's a mage. She'll do witchcraft on you. Next to the cafe and make your way to the local merchant's guild to rent a carriage. The city streets seem a bit more crowded than usual. It's a little difficult to make your way through them. Hey, Tyrion? Yeah? Plus is fidgeting with her hands. She looks like she wants to say something, but every time she starts to speak, she quickly stops herself. This happens a few more times before she seems to give up. Never mind. It's nothing. Okay. You both continue to walk silently as you make your way to the Merchant's Guild. As you make your way there, the streets become more and more crowded. I hope the traffic won't interfere with the ride home. Hi, could we rent a carriage for travel to Ratholm? Sorry, but travel outside the city is temporarily closed. What? Why? Haven't you heard? The Kingsguard have locked the whole city down. They set up a blockade and everything. Check the city gates if you don't believe me. Oof. Somebody got murdered. As you arrive at the city gates, you see the blockade that the merchant was talking about. A crowd of disgruntled townsfolk are angrily shouting at the knights stationed there. This is outrageous! How long do you plan on keeping us here? Sorry, but we have our orders. We can't let anyone outside the city until our investigation is complete. There's an investigation? Something happened? Can you at least tell us what's going on? Why is the entire city being blockaded? Sorry, sir. We're not allowed to release that information. Someone's totally been murdered, though. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves. You'll just have to make other arrangements while we sort this out. Actually, I haven't seen you two around before. I'll need to take your names down and your names and occupations for our records. What? Why? What? Why? It's fine, Celeste. We're better off just cooperating with them. It's an invasion of privacy. But you'd rather not resist orders from the Kingsguard. I'm Tyrion Cuthbert. I'm a defense attorney. Fine. I'm Celeste McCoy, bodyguard. Oh, thanks. Look over to the other Kingsguard. They seem to be taking notes of the people here, too. They must be making a list of everyone inside the city. But for what reason? I'm not blockade. Sorry? I have an appointment engagement tomorrow. What am I supposed to do now? This can't be possibly be illegal. For I am regal. As an eagle. Yeah. Townsfolk continue shouting at the knights, but it's clear they won't be budging anytime soon. What do we do now? I noticed that it's starting to get late. I don't know how long the city will be blockaded. We should find a place to stay overnight, just in case. Wow, this looks familiar. So you walk into a nearby cavern, and it's absolutely crowded with patrons. Looks like everyone else had the same idea. Hey, welcome to the Arguian Tavern. What can I do for you? Could we get 2 rooms for the night? Sorry, I can't even spare 1 room. We're completely full with the blockade and all. Wait, let me take care of this. So Celeste takes out a large pouch of gold and pops on the keeper's desk. Well, would you look at that? One of our rooms just opened up. Only one? I don't know what kind of game this is turning into. I don't know if I like it. Hey, the entire city is locked down. Even with your gold, that's the best I can do for you. What? Embarrassed to share a room with me, Tyrion? No, it's just... You realize that she's just teasing you like she usually does. Best not to give it any mind. Well, it's better than nothing. Wow, this room also looks really familiar. So, how should we... Oh, I was just kidding before. You can have the bed. I'll just sleep on the floor. Well, I could just let you... Please. We may both be commoners, but you live a cushy life in the city. I am a mercenary. I've lived on the road for years. I sleep like this all the time. She's got you there. Alright, but tell me if you change your mind. Yeah. Hey, I didn't see you there. I was just walked past him. What? Hey, watch it! Quit shoving me! Wait, whoa! Huh. Oh, holy crap! Pull me up! I can't hold on for much longer. You idiot! What are you doing? What? Grab his arm and pull him up. Oh. Ah! My hand! What the hell are you doing? Your grip is too tight. Stop that! Nah! Wait, I can still... No. No, no, no! What happened? I should have been able to... By the scared lord. He fell in. No, I can use this. That's right, I can still make this look like it was all his fault. Bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna keep playing. I can go a little longer. Which is not a sentence I'm used to saying, but I can say it this time, so... Oof. You find yourself falling into a nightmare. Oh, shit. Tyrion, I'm so sorry. I can't believe they made you watch. Are you okay? Right. Of course. Come on. Are you going to keep fighting them? Your voice is quiet. Your question barely comes out as a whisper. What? Are you going to keep fighting the nobility? I don't know if I can anymore. Today, you showed me what they're truly capable of. I was naive. I thought the truth would prevail, but I'm only one person. I can't do this alone anymore. So you're just gonna give up? You're the only one who will fight. What's up, small little British child sound like? Hey, sir, can I have some porridge? You're the only one who will fight against them. If you're just gonna give up, then was my mother's death truly pointless? I'm sorry. Teach me how to be like you. What? You said that if you can't do this alone anymore, right? So, teach me how to be a defense attorney. I can help you. We can fight them together. Tyrion, you're just a child. I can't just... Mr. Mora, please. I don't have anything left. Please, just take me away from here. You clutch your hand tightly, feeling the fading warmth of the final message that your mother left for you. It's the last comforting memory you'll have of her. It's a memory that you'll never experience again. Mom. Holy shit, they're dropping the bombs and... Oh, I realized it was this kind of game. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get the Glock. Oh. Celeste, come on, we gotta head to the beaches of Normandy. After some confusion, you realize it was all just a dream. You wouldn't have any trouble falling asleep, but your slumber was less than restful. It's been a while since you've remembered that day. That's all the more reason to leave the city as soon as possible. Celeste, are you up? Huh? Celeste was wistfully staring out the window, watching the rain. Her head whips towards you when she realizes that you're awake. This is a new sprite from her. From her. Are you okay? What's wrong? Nothing. It's nothing. Was it a weak, was he? Ah, shit, girl, what'd you do? Did you commit a crime? Oh, no. She doesn't seem keen on sharing. It'd be best not to pry. What was all that? I really hope they explain that. Anyways, do you know if the city is still under lockdown? I haven't checked yet. I was waiting for you to wake up. Now go outside and check the city gates. The blockade still hasn't disappeared. In fact, it looks like it's been fortified with even more knights. Looks like we can't leave yet. They've even doubled down on the guards. What's going on here? Tyrion! You spot Rika in the distance as she calls out to you. As soon as she sees you, she breaks out into a full sprint towards you. She looks exhausted. Has she been looking for you in the rain? Tyrion! It's terrible! There was an accident at the Arcane Refinery last night. One of my friends who worked there, he fell into a vat of chemicals. He's dead. Oh, Rika. So sorry. If there's anything I can do... Lord Baron Sanctus is blaming the Drakengard Trading Company. He is trying to charge the owner with criminal negligence. As Lord of the region, Von Sanctus would have a lot of leverage in this legal battle like this. Must be using this accident as an opportunity to oust Dracogen from his territory. Tyrion, you're a lawyer, aren't you? Can you help them? I don't know if I can. Oh, what? But... I specialize in homicide cases, and most of my clients are mages who've been charged with murder. I've never even tried a case like this before. There isn't anything magic involved, and there's no killer. Don't worry. I'm sure the Dracogen Trading Company knows plenty of qualified attorneys who can help. I'm not so sure about that. Think about it. A lord from one of the Four Pillar families is pressing those charges. You honestly think anyone else will try to fight them on this? She has a point. There aren't many attorneys who will go against the nobility under any circumstances. The only ones who will do that are you and Mr. Mora. Yeah. Alright. I'll see what I can do. Really? But please, get your hopes up. I have very little information to work with right now. And to be perfectly honest, I'm really out of my element. But that's okay. I'm sure that Mr. Dracogen will take any help that he can get. Mr. Dracogen? He's the owner of the Dracogen Trading Company. He should be at the old Arcane Refinery right now. That must be the scene of the accident too. It would probably be best to start your investigation there. I've been away from the shop for too long, so I can't come with you. But drop by the cafe if there's anything I can do to help. Follow Rika's directions and move through the city's industrial district. It reminds you of your childhood, back when you couldn't control the Eye of Horus. You always avoided this part of the city. It was always covered with an overwhelming fog of misery and fatigue. However, you feel less of that now. Is it because you have more control over your powers? Or has something else changed? Whoa. Alright, we're here. You're over at the refinery too, that there aren't many people around. The few people you do see appear to be from the City Watch. Operations must have been halted after the accident. Wow. So this is an arcane refinery. I always saw this place as a child, but I never really understood what they do here. Those machines refine the arcane crystals that are used in artificiary. Those crystals are used as a power source for conducting magical energy. Look around and spot an especially frustrated individual. He seems to stand out from the knights and cleaning staff. Could he be the guildmaster Rika spoke of? Huh? He takes notice of you as you head further into the refinery. Why, hello there. You must be the attorney that Mr. Dole spoke of. I am. I take it that you're the guildmaster of the Dracogen Trading Company. Yes, my name is Stefanik Dracogen. I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I really appreciate you lending your aid in this matter. I already told Rika this, but I've never tried a civil case before. I would need to learn more about what happened before I can decide whether or not I can represent you. I'm honestly not sure how much help I can be. Well, there isn't a single attorney in R&R that will represent me. So, I'll accept whatever help I can get. Celeste was right. All the attorneys are too afraid to stand against Lord Von Sanctus. Where should we start, though? This case is probably different from the homicides that we're used to. Homicide or not, the case revolves around a wrongful death. If I did represent Dracogen, I would need to prove that he wasn't at fault for the accident. To do that, we should start by finding out exactly how and why the accident occurred. We should also question the witness who saw the victim when it happened. And it wouldn't hurt to take a look at the scene of the accident, either. The master would have a lot of knowledge about the refinery's operations. Questioning him might also give you some insight into what happened. Alright, so what happened? To start, could you tell us exactly what happened? Well, it all began during the work rush yesterday evening. One of my employees fell into the walkway and into a vat of magical chemicals. Those chemicals contain extremely volatile and destructive evocation magic. Yo, Baker Lady can do magic. I already forgot her name, but she can do evocation magic. I'm keeping that in the brain. Also, this guy has no arcane art, and is a guild master. And because of that, he unfortunately died before we could have put him out. I see. But that all sounds like an unfortunate accident. Why is Lord Van Sanctus blaming you for what happened? There are some guardrails on the walkways to prevent people from falling. Supposedly, those guardrails broke apart when that employee tried to lean against it. According to Von Sanctus, the accident was a direct result of my negligence to maintain the refinery. But my employees have taken great care to inspect and maintain the facilities. I have no idea how this happened. Is he telling the truth? This could all just be lip service. No way to know for sure, so inspect the walkway yourself. Alright, let's talk about the victim. Earlier, you said that the victim was an employee of yours. Could you tell us more about them? Yes, I hired him just a few months ago. It's a shame what happened to him. He was a young man named Justin Wayne. Was he a good employee? He was a hard worker, but he was a bit rough around the edges when he first started. Before working for me, I heard that he always spent his time with the local delinquents. Miss Tudor practically begged me to hire him. She told me that she wanted to turn his life around. That does sound like something Rika would do. That's her name. She always had a habit of getting involved in her friend's personal business. Alright. That's interesting. When you live a life like Justin's, it helps when you have something to give you some structure, direction. So I decided to give the boy a chance by hiring him. He was clearly a hard worker. He did well to earn his keep. He always followed the rules too. So I have no idea why he was up in that walkway. Wait, was it supposed to be on that walkway? Oh shit, I feel like if he wasn't supposed to be up there, that's like your case right there. It's like, well, we can't help him, he was fucking around. That's... And again, I mean, I know the whole, like, oh, they're royalty, whatever they say goes, but like, seriously. He was fucking about. That's his fault. I mean, clearly he was like murdered-ish, but still. Earlier, you mentioned that Justin wasn't supposed to be on the walkway. What did you mean by that? Well, Justin worked in an entirely different department. He was part of a team that managed packaging and for freight. He had no business being inside the refinery building, much less the upper walkway. That's strange, to say the least. Was he trying to, like... I don't know. I feel bad. Because it's like, oh, he was a bad kid, but he was turning his life around, but it's like... Was he turning his life around, or was he committing... Was he doing something a little illegal on his own, you know? That's my best guess. For now, at least. Like, he's trying to steal something, or get information, whatever. Was he the type of person to wander around places that he's not supposed to? No, like I said before, he always followed my rules. It all just makes sense that it all just makes this whole situation that much more confusing. Alright. Witnesses. Was there anyone around when the accident occurred? Did anyone see Justin fall? There were many employees here at the time, but there were only a handful of witnesses who actually saw Justin fall from the walkway. Who were these witnesses? If I remember correctly, Mr. Dora was the one who saw him fall. Wait, Rika was there when it happened? Yes. She witnessed the accident alongside the harbor master. Morrison. Oh, you're acquainted with him? I am. Morrison was close friends with your mother when you were a child. But after you left AotA, you went out of your way to cut contact with everyone from your past. But what were all those people doing here in the first place? Because a cafe owner and Morrison is a harbor master. I'm a little concerned about that myself. I'm still unsure about Mr. Dorr, but the harbor master was accompanied by a nobleman of some sorts. A nobleman? I'm not privy to the specifics, but apparently that nobleman had the legal authority to go wherever he wanted to. You want to ask Morrison more about that, but it will be awkward to speak with him after all these years. Well, it appears the case is afoot. Or maybe it's a leg, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Which means I'm going to be ending the episode. After this, we'll do a bit more of the investigation. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. We're ending the episode now. Goodbye. Good riddance. Goodbye. Yeah.